Hello. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's me again. Me again. I need a fucking haircut. It's me. I've returned. I'm back. Dawson Bummer Hill. That's me. I've returned and I'm going to and I'm running through everything that came out, everything that I could find that I was aware of that came out in December 2023. As far as the Atlanta DIY scene goes. I'm also including Athens, and if I include any other cities, I will die. Because this is, y'all put out a bunch of music all the time. Even in what I thought was going to be a slower month in December, this is the most amount of things that I have had to talk about so far. And January is shaping up to not be any lighter than that, which I also thought was going to be a sort of a light month. So come the summertime, I feel like I'm going to be talking about 100+ releases per video. But, you know, this is the life I chose. So we're just going to hop right into it, considering how much we have to get through today. Appreciate you watching and sticking through with these funny little videos I'm making. First of all, we're going to talk about the things that I missed. There were not that many this month, all right? I know it was a little embarrassing in the November video, just how many things that I missed. But only 7 that I was aware of. There's probably more, but the fact that there's only 7 that I caught is a pretty good sign. So this is what I missed in the November video, the new Forlorn single, Moon Song / Rorschach, the new Ixian EP of These That Were, the new Stephen Lee McLaughlin EP, A Graveful, the new Beat Up single, The Olds Are Gonna Get Us All Killed, the new Surus single, In For Life, Out To Kill, the new Psychic Death single, Nullity, and the new Hurt Good single, Forever and Ever Till Never Again. If you are in any of those bands or you're a fan of those bands, my deepest apologies for missing those. But now you're on my radar, so I hopefully won't miss y'all again. And as always, just before we get into this, I'm going to just run through everything, and I'm going to talk about some of these, and I'm not going to talk about some of them. And if I don't talk about your thing that much, that doesn't mean I hated it. Just means I didn't have a terrible amount to say about it beyond maybe it good. So these are all just my opinions. I am just one guy. So if I missed your band, or your friend's band, or a band you're a fan of, let me know and I will cover them next time they put something out. But with all that out of the way, we are going to get into it. Starting up first with a couple shout outs. First up, this new Familiar Face Records comp, Microorganism 1 plus Beats from Inner Earth theme friend mix. It's a charity comp / poetry and art book benefiting the Atlanta Solidarity Fund, which provides financial support for arrested protesters, and Atlanta Radical Art, which is planning mass actions and community programming in solidarity with Palestine. So pretty based comp. Has some cool artists on there. It's on Bandcamp. Linked at the top of the description below. So check that out if you feel so inclined. And my band, Bummer Hill, put out a single last month, Georgia Snow. This is the saddest song in our entire discography so far. So if you feel like crying, check this out. I think this is pretty good. I hope you do too. All right, up first, December 1st. This new Buice record, One Day You'll See the Sun. Excellent noise rock / post-hardcore project. I loved this thing so much that I wrote an entire review about it. You should check that out if you want to hear more of my thoughts on this record. It should be linked up there. There's a little card. It's also in the description. So please check out that video. I'm going to do more individual album reviews in the future. Up next on same day, a lot of stuff happened on December 1st. This new Sienna Jade single, We've Got Time, singer-songwriter little thing. Very, very peaceful. This song feels like a warm hug And one where like you're in the hug and you start tearing up a little bit because you feel so like held by whoever's holding you. Very powerful feeling to feel from a song, and I love this song. Very excited for what Sienna is going to put out next. You should definitely check this out. Up next, this new MOONLARK single, I Can't Wait. Alternative R&B, pop song. Very comfy, very groovy. The vocals are beautiful, especially the harmonies. And it's a Christmas song, but it's like it's an original Christmas song, which is very bold. But MOONLARK pulls it off really, really well. I highly recommend this. You could listen to it even when it's not Christmas, which is the highest compliment you can give to a Christmas song. Also, the violin section at the end just blew me away, dude. Wow. Up next, this new Can't Keep Up single, The Difference, hardcore. I feel like if you are in the hardcore scene, you are pretty familiar with this band, so you don't need me to tell you about this single, but it came out. Check it out if you're interested. Up next, this new Parker Wierling, my fault, single, Pretty Walker Earbones Sessions. I've not heard of Earbones Sessions before. I'm not too familiar with Earbones, but this is pretty charming little live recording. He brings out a kazoo at one point, and that was the moment where I was like, all right, I'm gonna put this in the video. So I wasn't sure if I was at first, like in concept, it's just a little like acoustic live recording of another song. I wasn't certain, but then the kazoo happened, and I was like, all right, this is nice. Up next, this new Wim Tapley live album, live at the Georgia Theater. It's jazz fusion, kind of. I don't know. If I got anything out of this live album, it's that I got to check out this guy's live show. Like, I've got to catch a show of his at some point, because if this record is any indication, they're a great time. I don't even know if this is jazz fusion. It just has horns and guitar solos, and I got a little confused. But at the end of the day, this is really good. I would check it out, especially if you're already a fan of Wim Tapley. Up next, this new Acidic Lizard single, Talking. Indietronica little single. Pretty neat. I would check it out if you are interested. And then this new Corporal Quigg single, Smash. I'd call this comedy rock, I think. It's reminiscent of old like YouTube parody songs, so it could be a lot worse, but it actually kind of goes. I'm gonna be honest. It's a little kind of novelty song about playing Smash Brothers with your friends and basically challenging your friends to duel you in a 1v1. So check it out. It's on Bandcamp. I don't know if it's coming to streaming, but it's on Bandcamp. December 2nd, this new We Are Damselfys single, Georgia Is for Lovers. This is his post-hardcore, also nu metal a little bit. A lot of nu metal is happening in this scene, and also like in general. I'm not mad at it, especially not mad at this. This shit is really strange, but I like it a lot. It goes in a really cool direction, and the vocal performance is just completely tweaked out. The shit rocks. Absolutely check it out. Big fan. Up next, December 4th, Kyle Lewis Is a Boring Name, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. One thing you're going to notice this month is that there are a lot of novelty Christmas songs. And I guess it's fitting because it's December. But this is a rock rendition of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And it's pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. I guess I'm really just coming to terms with the fact that this is the first time I've had to deal with this amount of Christmas songs in this manner. December 6th, this new boywifer debut single from boywifer, hotly anticipated, Eraser. Midwest emo, art rock as well. Very, very promising debut single. It reminds me of the creative spirit of a record like the first Glass Beach album. It switches it up basically as many times as they can throughout the runtime. And it's not that long of a song, but it keeps it very interesting throughout. Definitely recommend. Keep an eye out on boywifer. I feel like they're going to do really cool things. Up next, this new Defnshow single, Clusters 1, Bicep Tattoo. Ambient, kind of dark ambient, I would say. Pretty cool, pretty neat. If you're into ambient, you are probably going to get something out of this. It's on Bandcamp. Up next, this new Beach Ball this new Chick Wallace single, Beach Ball. Nice little indie rock song. This is not the only single they put out this month, but we'll get to the other one when that comes up. December 7th, this new Statement EP, the final Statement EP, unfortunately. Find Your More. It's a hardcore EP. It's pretty fun. I unfortunately had to miss their final show. Rest in peace to Statement. Nice EP to go out on. Up next, this new, on December 8th, this new Ammonia Wash EP, Ecstacy. Shoegaze EP. This is a redoing of their first ever material. It's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. I particularly like Epinephrine and Interlude. Very, very excellent vibes here. Good on Ammonia Wash. Looking forward to their new stuff that they put out, which I hope they're working on. Up next, this new Hensleys single, Sideline. It also has Milan on there. Pretty cool cover art. This is my favorite Hensleys song that they've released. It's got a great energy. The ending is really cool. But up next, this new illustrated single, As You Were. I think I'd call it like alt rock. Slightly shoegazy as well. Really, really good track. I definitely recommend it if you're into like big, open sounding alt rock. Up next, this new Parallacks single accompanied by Pat Rooks. Nothin for You. It's a glitch pop single, kinda. Has a nice tune. I think if you're into like weird shit, you'll like this. Up next, this new Nadia Vaeh single, Xmas Nightmare. I think this is about killing Santa. Well, I mean, he's dead on the cover of this single. This is very in character for the kind of music that she puts out. So if you're into Nadia Vaeh already, you will probably really like this. Up next, this new Parking Garage single, Six Finger Handshake, but like shorter this time. It's a power pop, indie rock kind of thing. It is a shorter version of a 12-minute song that they put out in October. And so if you listen to this and you like it, there are 8 more minutes of it. So check it out if you're interested. Up next, this debut single from this band Flat Tired, Already Stuck. This is lovely. Best part about the song is the chorus. The way the harmonies come in and support the lead vocal is just really, really good. I could honestly come back to this song just for the chorus, but the rest of it is really good too. Very impressed with this single. Definitely check it out. Up next on December 9th, this new Clavis album, Money and Blood. Rip Clavis. This is their final release as of right now. I hope they come back because this someday down the line, because this record is really good. Really creative and engaging screamo. I highly recommend it if you're into screamo, obviously, but even if you're not into it, there's something for you. So definitely check this out. Up next on December 11th, this new Corduroy Beach single, Desperate. More shoegaze. Definitely check this out if you are into shoegaze. It's pretty nice. Up next, this new Stanford Porter debut single as well. A lot of debuts this month. It's self-titled. It's instrumental emo, and it's really good. Compelling song structures and cool riffs. It's 2 songs. The songwriting is definitely there for sure on both of them. I think I like the second one better than the first one. I do want to know what this would sound like with vocals, but these songs are good enough to where it's not ruined by not having any vocals. So I definitely check this out. Up next, this new Bloodshot Trip album, Mitochondria Pregnancy. Truthfully, I don't know what genre to call this. It's like lo-fi. It kind of dips into shoegaze for a song, but it's also not that. It's very I don't know how to describe it, but I like it. Very spacey. It floats around in similar but different enough vibes each track that all feel like you're watching waves crash on a beach, and the beach has a VHS filter over it. But it's cool. I would definitely check this out if that sounds interesting to you. Up next, December 12th, this new Janie Danger single, Whiskey Mule. I think this is like noise pop, kind of. Slacker rock. Pretty catchy. I checked this out. I hear Janie Danger is gearing up for more new music. So definitely keep an eye out. Their live show is really good. Their new music is as good as their live show, then we are in for a real treat. Up next, December 13th, this new Stampede single, Family Never Folds, more hardcore. I actually like this a lot. I don't consider myself as someone who like gets hardcore, I guess. I like going to the shows whenever I do. But hardcore is typically not something that I listen to recreationally. But this is really, really good. The amount and quality of riffs here is good enough to keep it interesting throughout the whole song. And every time it changes riffs, the song gets better, which is really cool. Cool cover art too. Shout out Stampede. Definitely looking forward to more from them. Up next, December 14th, this new Olivia O single, Bit the Hand. Olivia O from Lower Town. This is a cool contemporary folk, hello, song. Very dark and subdued. Very potent vibe to it. I like it a lot. Definitely check this out. Up next on December 15th, this new band called Love single, Dots on a Spinning Sphere. It took me a while to figure out what kind of music this is, because this is a very confounding release, but it's like alt rock and kind of breakbeat as well. But this is my favorite thing that the band has put out so far. It's very galactic. It's like you're floating through a nebula and absorbing all of the colors around you. It's very engaging and a compelling listen. The more I listen to it, the more I love it. So definitely check this out. If you don't, I will bully you. Up next, this new Wim Tapley single, Jefe. Pretty groovy and pretty catchy pop rock. So check that out if you're into it. This new Zoe Bayani single, My Dog. Pop rock, indie rock kind of thing. Has a really cool slidey guitar part and an engaging structure. I really like this. I'm pretty excited for what's next for Zoe Bayani, if this is any indication. Up next, this new Chable single, For Good. Kind of soft rock, I guess is how I'd put it. Pretty cozy. I'm into it. Check it out if it's interesting to you. Up next, this new Astria single, Gray Seasons. Real sink into your mattress core. I think this is a re-release of an older song, but it's still very worth checking out. Up next, this new Future Self single, Running. Pop rock song. They've got to be gearing up for an album at this point. I think this is like the 4th single that they've put out in a very short time. So either an album or an EP or something. And up next, this new Apostle EP, Liminal. It's melodic hardcore, also kind of black metal and black gaze as well. It's a lot, but I really like it. There's a lot of cool riffs. I would say Starve is probably my favorite track, so definitely check this out. Up next is on December 16th, this new Soup Kink single, You're So Tired of Me, So I Wrote This Song to Help You Fall Asleep. Instrumental, kind of bedroom pop thing. I'm not sure where this band is going to go, but I mean, it looks like they're going to keep putting out music. Even like the band kind of like, they lost 2 of their members. I mean, they're not dead, but they just left. So the band is continuing as a 2-piece for now, I suppose. And it's very different from the previous Soup Kink output. Check that out if you're interested. Up next, this new Drip Tones single, Bored. It's a psychedelic pop kind of thing. Gets better as it goes on. I would definitely recommend this. Up next, this new Hangin' Brains live album, Shit TP. It's a punk rock live record on Bandcamp. Check it out if you are into Hangin' Brains and this sounds interesting to you. Up next, this new Beat Up, also live album. Garage punk live album. No Fucks Given, Fucks Giving 23 live at Monsoon House. Insane album title. I think both of these live albums kind of give you a good idea of what it would be like to be at one of these live shows. So check that out if you are curious about them. Both of them are on Bandcamp. I don't think either of them are on streaming. But up on December 18th, this new Less Dead single, Comfort / Potemkin Villages. Screamo money, baby. This owns, gonna be honest. I'm a little confused. They're putting out music, but they just announced that they're breaking up. So maybe they have like one more album or EP or project in them before they go. But I mean, if that's the case, I'm excited because this is really good. Up next, December 19th, this new Wayuka single, Christmas Morning. Imagine like just smash Christmas music and shoegaze together, and this is what you get. You could definitely do a lot worse as far as novelty Christmas songs go. Up next, this new Dungeon Filth album, Pork. It's a grindcore release. I didn't know we had grindcore bands in Atlanta, but the drummer is extremely fast. Extremely fast. I'm a little concerned at how fast their drummer is, but it has enough riffs and variety to not make this fade into the background of your average grindcore release. So if you're into grindcore, definitely check this out. I thought I was looking weird in my preview, and it turns out that my camera was positioned higher up than it usually is. So that's why I looked a little weird, to me at least. But up next, this new this new Gas Station Boner Pills single, Let's Start a Cult. Listen, this is really good. It's a skate punk track. It's exactly the kind of thing that you would expect from a band called Gas Station Boner Pills. Like the ideal outcome of that. So I definitely check this out. It is not at all what I was expecting. I was honestly not expecting to like this as much as I do. So shout out Gas Station Boner Pills. Up next, December 21st, this new Haint album, Razor Girl. It's kind of alt pop, hypnagogic pop. Hypnagogic, what an ugly fucking word. God, who made that up? But this is pretty cool. It's on Bandcamp. It's very left field and off the beaten path and all that. So check this out if you're into unusual shit. Up next, this new Koba Nova album, self-titled. It's alternative, kind of folky, kind of alt country as well. It's pretty charming. It kind of jams out at a lot of points. I was surprised by this, definitely. So check this out. If that sounds interesting to you. Up next, this new Silver Ossuary single, Cold Moon Howls 2. It is an 8-minute black metal song. And for being 8 minutes, it is not a chore to get through, which is a hell of an accomplishment. And if you like black metal, you'll probably like this. I'd say that's a pretty surefire bet. Up next, this new Bad Guru EP, Christmas on the Cosmic Highway. More Christmas music. So if you fuck with Christmas music, you might fuck with this. Up next, December 22nd, this new Farmhouse debut EP. This band just like kind of came out of nowhere. Like their social media account came up, and then like within a month they had this EP released. But this is really good. Very good sense for hooks and melody. Very promising first release. Check this out if you're into dream pop. This is a pretty charming release. Up next on December 22nd, this new Catch These Hands single, Strangers, punk rock. It's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. I've heard a lot of dog shit pop punk in my time, or punk rock, my fault. And this is definitely not that. Definitely not dog shit. Check this out if you're into punk rock. This is pretty good. So gets my thumbs up. Definitely. Up next, this new Beer Piss single. What is with the band names, y'all? We gotta shut down band names until we figure out what the fuck is going on. But this new Beer Piss single, Lil Saint Nick, it's a novelty Christmas music song, but it is one of the funniest songs of the year. This is a great time. Fuck you. Up next, this new Fun at Camp EP, Christmas in Georgia. More Christmas. It's a dream pop EP. Pretty neat. Check this out if you're into dream pop. Up next on December 23rd, this new Mars Hill single, Can You Dig? Pretty cool indie rock cut. Check this out if you are into that. Up next, Christmas Day. Some stuff came out Christmas Day, December 25th. This new Sister Ray EP, Broken Record EP. It's 2 songs, one indie rock, one garage punk. Pretty cool. It's on Bandcamp. Check this out if you are interested. Up next, this new Nina Garbus and Junior Joy single, Snow in the Village. Christmas music, pretty appropriate on Christmas Day. This song features a holiday choir. It's pretty grand. So check this out if you are interested. Up next, this new Bright Red Blood EP, self-titled EP. Really great stuff. I think this is like post-rock, kind of. It's not like, but it's not the kind of post-rock where it's like build, release or whatever. You know, it's just like, it's very textural, very comfy vibes. I especially love how they use piano on these songs. This is like Breath of the Wild exploration music if that game was like 40% sadder. So if that sounds like an appealing description to you, check this out. Up next is this new Bloodshot Trip, Kedimis, and Kevin Crow EP. GrotesqueValentines.com presents Bethlehem. So strange. But this jams. I don't know how this jams. I don't know why this jams, but it goes so crazy. It's like ironic Deconstructed Club, kind of, and it's like electropop a little bit. And I mean, I don't know if I'll be shot and killed for calling it hyperpop, but it kind of is. This should not be as good as it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was clearly made very, very tongue-in-cheek, but I cannot deny that this shit bumps. I guess that's the thing, you know, if you're making like kind of jokey music, if it still bangs, then people will listen to it, and I am living proof of that. So I check this out. It's really good. It shouldn't be as good as it is, but it is. You know, this is the world we live in. This is America. This is Atlanta, Georgia. Up next on December 26th, this new Surus single. It's a cover. I don't know who it's covering, but they said it was a cover. Call from the Grave, parentheses, Bathory. More black metal. If you're into black metal, you will probably like this. So check it out. Up next, December 29th, this new Chick Wallace single. I told you they'd be back. Low. I really like this. Of the 2 that they released this month, this is my favorite. Great vocals. I really love how they soar in the chorus. And this is overall just a really tight, well put together song. Big fan. This shit probably goes so crazy live. Up next, this new Malbang single, Doozy. Indie folk, kind of, I would say. Pretty comfy listen. Pretty comfy. It seems like with the theming of these singles, they're building towards an album or an EP. and I'm very excited for that. So keep an eye on Mall Bangs. Up next, this new Mannequin Grove single, Trance, post-hardcore. This is sick as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Really mobile riff. It makes you feel like you're running in a circle. It's super cool. Check this out. Up next, this new Trash Club single, Stick Around, indie rock song. I think they're also building up to an album or something. So keep an eye on them. And finally, December 31st, this new Stardust Sonata single, Crawlin'. Hard rock. It's kind of sort of a throwback kind of thing, very reminiscent of older kind of rock music. So if you're into that, check this out. And that's everything. That is all of them. I feel like we got through everything shorter than usual, but I feel like that's also because I made a whole other video about the Buice record. But regardless, a lot of cool stuff came out this month. As far as my favorites go, I mean, everything is going to be in a playlist down below, but I'm also going to make another playlist of just my favorites. So if you don't make the favorites playlist, it's nothing personal, you know. I just, it's just my stupid dumbass opinions. But my favorites this month were the new Buice record, the new Sienna Jade single, the MOONLARK single, the We Are Damselfys single, the boywifer single, the Hensleys single, the Flat Tired single, the Clavis album, the Stanford Porter single, the Stampede single, the Olivia O single, the A Band Called Love single, the Zoe Bayani single, the Apostle EP, the Less Dead single, the Gas Station Boner Pills single, the Farmhouse EP, the Beer Piss single, the Bright Red Blood EP, the Bloodshot Trip Ketamis and Kevin Crow EP, the Chick Wallace single, the second one, Low, and the Mannequin Grove single. I think that was everything. Yeah, looks like that was all of them. So, the favorites playlist and the playlist of everything will be down below if you want to check any of these or all of these out. Really appreciate you watching this far if you did, or even if you just clicked around to the timestamps to see what I said about a specific track. Appreciate you watching regardless. Come back next month where I will talk about everything that came out in January. A lot of things I'm excited for coming out in January. So, bye.